As 2016 draws to a close, it's finally time to relax, recharge the batteries, and also perhaps attend to those things that had to be put on the back burner during what has been, no doubt, a hectic year. It's also time to reflect on the year that's passed and consider what 2017 may have in store. 2016, all things considered, was a reasonable year for investors, but a terrible year for pessimistic pundits. At the start of 2016, did global growth plunge to new depths? No, it bumped along at around 3%, not great, but not bad either. Was the global economy gripped in a deflationary spiral? No, it wasn't. Did the Brexit vote cause Europe to fracture and fragment and markets to plummet? No, but it's still too early to assess the full impact. Did commodity prices continue to fall? No, they've shown surprising resilience. Did the US election send global markets into a free fall? On the contrary, it triggered a positive response, but the full effect of the Trump factor has not yet been realised. What did happen in 2016 was this: deflation risks faded, commodity prices recovered, boosting the US and Australian share markets in particular. Economic policy shifted from monetary stimulus to fiscal. Bonds rallied in the first half of the year, but then faded again. Economic growth in Australia, after getting off to a strong start, began to slow in the second half. Below target inflation triggered the Reserve Bank to continue reducing interest rates, fueling increased concerns about the Sydney and Melbourne housing markets. Share markets proved surprisingly resilient in the face of fairly seismic shifts in the form of Brexit and Trump. Against this backdrop, NGS Super's investment portfolios have performed well, with the MySuper diversified option delivering 8.4% in the year to 30th of September, which is 4.4% above its return objective and placing it in the upper second quartile in the Super Ratings SR50 survey. The outlook for 2017, based on a broad range of economic indicators and commentary, is more positive. Not great, but possibly better than 2016, subject in no small part to the Donald Trump factor. Will he deliver on his ambitious stimulus promises? Will he embark on a trade war with China? Will he be as protectionist as his election promises would suggest? The answers will no doubt have their ramifications here in Australia, the US, and globally, but played out on a market stage that has recently proven to have solid foundations and resilience. With these and other volatility factors firmly in mind, at NGS, we will continue to design our portfolios to better absorb volatility and structure things to preserve your capital to the degree to which market risk reasonably allows. One other thing worth noting is that while the indicators do suggest a better year ahead, there's a broad consensus among economists and investment analysts that low growth and so lower returns are here to stay. In light of this, some members may consider it to be an appropriate time to revisit their investment strategy. If so, please do take advantage of our affordable advice services so you know that you're making the right choices for the right reasons. Looking beyond investment matters, there are several innovations that we're really excited about here at NGS Super. We've secured Alan Kohler as the primary resource for our Knowledge Centre. If you haven't already, do log in and have a look at the articles he's written for you. Insightful, informative, and amusing. We have a new website. It's fresh and more mobile friendly, and as the year progresses, we'll be breaking new ground with a web experience that's personalised to each member's profile. We've upskilled our client relationship managers so that they can give you limited advice when they visit your workplace. We will continue to extend our financial advice offerings in several ways. We're continuing to make it easier for you to deal with us via multiple channels, both digital and traditional. It's going to be a very exciting year at NGS Super, and I wish the same for you in your own endeavours in 2017. All the very best to you for the festive season and the year ahead.